Hello, and welcome to the video. You might remember in my video, Ultimate Tag, Ultimate Review, I posed the question, why Ultimate Tag? Which was based on something I had said in my Zathura review, which has 15,000 views for some reason. I don't know why. That video sucks. But in that video, I asked a question, why Spy Kids 3D?
Not again. I just don't get it. Why Spy Kids 3D?
At that time in my life when I recorded that video, I was working as a janitor at a junior high. If you've ever worked as a janitor, you know that the people you work with are whack. Not to say anything bad about people who work in custodial work, but I think you can kind of get what I'm saying. I had a joke with the coworkers that I worked with, and the joke was we would randomly quote Spy Kids 3D. I don't really remember how that joke started, but it was something we would joke about all the time. That was also around the time I started my YouTube channel way back in the day. So as a joke with some people at my work, I put Spy Kids 3D in almost all my videos back then. And rewatching those videos, I learned something very important. Just because you get the joke doesn't mean other people will get the joke. Those videos are in fact unwatchable because they're all full of inside jokes that nobody else gets. But in my Zathura video, I posed a question, why Spy Kids 3D? And today I'm going to answer that question once and for all. But first, a moment from our sponsor. This video is brought to you by GetRichWithoutWorking.com.
I used to be just like you. Sad, lonely, and on the FBI watch list. Just like you, I had a dead-end job. I wore glasses to make myself look smarter. I'd wake up every morning, and the last thing I felt like was P. Diddy. I'd grab my glasses, I'd be out the door, I had to hit the city. And before I would leave, I'd brush my teeth with Crest 3D White. Not even a bottle of Jack. 'Cause when I left for the night, I knew I was coming back. At work, I'd see my douchebag boss Kevin. This is what Kevin looks like, so you can see how much of a douchebag he is. I have the key to all the world's wealth. And if you can endure a 20-minute video, I might tell you what it is. So click that link below and get rich without working.
Number 1. Why Spy Kids 3D? The series of Spy Kids started in 2001 and claimed to be the James Bond for kids. Now if you think hard enough about Spy Kids, you'll realize that it's a really stupid premise. You take something mature, like spies, who murder people by the way, and put them in a kid-friendly environment. It fits in the same boat as Jake and the Neverland Pirates. A good pirate never takes another person's property. Sorry to break it to you, kid, but taking another person's property is exactly what makes you a pirate in the first place. But I digress. Spy Kids was very popular. They made 3 movies, so we've now made it to the third one, Spy Kids 3D. So now we've talked about why Spy Kids, now it's time to talk about why 3D? The director of the film, Robert Rodriguez, was really interested in messing with computer software and had acquired a program that allowed for stereoscopic 3D. This kind of 3D requires red and blue glasses, and it had been around since the beginning of film. The creature of the Black Lagoon was originally in 3D. Bet you didn't know that one. And with this new software, Robert Rodriguez started taking clips from Spy Kids 2 and putting them in 3D. He also filmed a bunch of clips of his kid and put them to 3D. Then he said to himself, let's make Spy Kids 3 3D. And that's about how much thought was put into this movie. Number 2. Spy Kids 3D is in fact 3D. 3D movies are a gimmick. That's why it's never really caught on. It's cool for a while, but after a few minutes, you're kind of done with it. That's kind of how gimmicks always go. For example, if you've ever played a game on the Wii, you know, we're talking about the Nintendo Wii. You know, you're playing it, you're having a good time, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you gotta shake the Wii remote for no reason. Because the game's like, you're playing the Wii, remember? You have to shake the remote, because the Wii has motion controls. And that's basically the same thing with 3D. This movie has a ton of scenes where it's just, oh yeah, you're watching a 3D movie. Somebody reaches their hand into the camera, something comes uncomfortably close to the camera. This movie really wants you to know it's in 3D. Number 3D, aka $3, because that's how low the budget was. If you watch the behind the scenes for this movie, you'll find out that the budget was surprisingly low. Who would have guessed that? They even had AMD put product placement in the background for this movie. They only had like a 20-foot green screen that had a stupid name. I didn't write down the name of my script, so I'll probably have it come up somewhere. Like probably right now.
I'm gonna talk to you about the dream screen. Our green screen.
And it's kind of funny how they filmed some of these shots. How they filmed the jousting scene is they literally just like rigged some skateboards to like a Lazy Susan or something, and they just had dudes in green screen turn them. And then they also, for this shot of Junie running, they just like tied Junie to some wires and just had like people run next to him. It looks pretty ridiculous. The guy who plays the grandpa in this movie actually is in a wheelchair, but in the movie he gets mega legs.
What is that?
It's a power-up of some kind. Mega legs.
Which allows him to walk in the movie.
Could walk.
No, Junie. Oh, I can do more than that.
But he can't walk in real life. So they put him on a lift and moved him around really weird. I don't know if he found that offensive, but I think I might have taken offense to that, but it's kind of weird to look at nonetheless.
Ricardo really is in a wheelchair in real life, so instead of him coming towards us, we just sat him in his wheelchair and we pushed the camera to him. That's where he kneels down and talks to Junie. We went ahead and shot that for real, but we just had him lowered in a dolly so that he could make eye contact with Junie and they could do their performance. Now, where I got the idea for Ricardo to have legs in this movie was actually from Spy Kids 2. When we were doing publicity photo pictures, I remember looking at this picture of Ricardo and thinking, wow, look how much majesty he still has in his upper torso, even when he's sitting in a wheelchair. If you were to actually erase the wheelchair, and I tried that, I did this little sketch on my computer really quickly of this metallic body, and I thought, that's what I'm going to do for Spy Kids 3. I'm going to somehow get Ricardo into a world where he can have his legs.
Also, with the surprisingly low budget, the actors didn't really seem to care to show up on set. They filmed a lot of things separately. You can see that they just chroma keyed a lot of the guest actors in. They just threw them in at random parts because they couldn't get everyone together at the same time because they didn't care about this movie. Speaking of the cast, number 4, the cast. The interesting thing about the cast of Spy Kids 3D is this is where the main cast's careers died. While the supporting cast in this film is surprisingly popular, the main characters never really went anywhere after this film. Your boy Junie, played by, Daryl Sabra? I'm not good with names. He never really entered the limelight after this film. He did make an appearance in Spy Kids 4 and starred in a movie called Teen Lust. Bet you never heard of that movie. Carmen also has a similar story. Played by Alexia Vega, she never really made it to be a household name, and they really wanted her to be the next Britney Spears. In the special features in this movie, because I have the collector's edition, that's right, look at that. I don't know if that focused good. Collector's edition, yeah, I got the collector's edition. I think I flexed that in one of my early videos for some weird reason. She has a concert video where she has original songs that she sings. Also with the nerdy beta tester kid as well. It's pretty cringe.
Next we got Francis the Brain, or known as Bobby Edner, singing Heart Drive.
Well, in
the real world, I'm not that smart.
Like, it's not good. She also named one of her kids Ocean King. I thought that was kind of funny, so I'm bringing it up. But Alexia Vega, not a household name. She kind of just fell away. Unlike Selena Gomez, I bet you know that name. This was her very first movie. I bet you didn't know that one.
I know why the water from your park is missing.
Pray tell.
It's winter. They shut down the park during the winter.
Who's they?
The people who really own this park.
Emily Omset, who's mostly known for being in Hannah Montana, also is in this movie, and she says probably one of the dumbest lines I've ever heard.
Yeah, your family. It's good to take care of your family. But remember one thing. Everyone's your family.
That makes no sense.
It's one of the few things I think me and Junie agree on. That line makes no sense. But this movie does have a lot of big actor cameos. Most of them show up in a moment where everyone gets thrown 3D glasses and then gets their one moment in this movie.
Dad, you need these to see.
Glasses, quick!
We're here to save the day.
Open minion! Dingy wings!
Somebody ring the Dinkster! Somebody call in a loon!
Sorry, Romero. This is the only pair we had left. They're a little broken.
They're perfect.
George Clooney is the president. I don't know how they got him to be in this movie, but they did. And he's the president.
To know that I was in charge, so I became president of the United States.
But who can forget the antagonist, the toy maker, played by Sylvester Stallone, who didn't get paid enough for this movie. I mean, he plays like 5 characters at once. Like, that's actually pretty impressive for Sylvester Stallone. I mean, his acting career isn't that good.
Oh, and did we mention the surprises the Toy Maker has in store for those of you that complete Level 5? Untold riches, toys, and prizes beyond your wildest dreams.
A smart thing. We won't escape this place otherwise.
I speak for all of us when I say, we want out! The end justifies the means.
You have the children's attention. The question is, what are you teaching them? Who are you people?
We are you.
But there's still one actor I haven't talked about yet. Number 5, the guy. It is commonly said that everyone wants to rule the world. That statement is in fact false. Everyone wants to be the guy. They even made a video game called I Want to Be the Guy. This movie has an obsession with the guy.
Hold on to your joysticks, boys. I think we got him. You're the guy. I'm the who? The guy. The guy from the poster. That guy.
I hear you're the guy.
Guy!
In the lore of Spy Kids 3D, the guy is the person who's on the poster of the video game Game Over. For some reason they think Junie is the guy because he kind of looks like the silhouette on the poster. He is definitely not the guy.
He's not the guy. I am.
And you are?
I'm the guy. The real guy.
Elijah Wood is in fact the guy, Mr. Lord of the Rings himself. He does a pretty good job at playing the guy, till he gets 360 no-scoped by level 5.
Cake.
Number 6. Level 5. As previously mentioned, in Spy Kids 3D, there is a game called Game Over. This is the video game invented by the toy maker. It is a virtual reality game that is meant to control people's minds. It's kind of a stupid plot, because they claim that once people are in the game, they can't get out.
Parents won't even be able to get their children's attention.
What else is new?
But you can just turn off the video game console. But I digress. In the video game, level 5 is in fact unwinnable, similar to the Spy Kids 3D video game on the PC. That is also unwinnable. I also own that game. Let's talk about it. Game consists of only 3 levels. You joust.
So this is the stupid jousting minigame. I mean, all you really do is create an ice wall and then just beat the crap out of Arnold from behind. It's really not that good.
After you joust, you get into a nice race. You better move aside, F-Zero. We got a new racing game in town, where for some reason you can't turn correctly and you have to do like a 360 to make some of the turns, and it controls really bad. But the best part about the game is the beautiful CGI cutscenes.
Tinker Toys behind me, a river of lava up ahead. What's worse? Definitely Tinker Toys. Awesome!
Back to the movie. In the movie, Junie and his e-girlfriend, who turns out not to be real, who would have known how prophetic that scene would be? Meeting girls on video games turning out not to be real? What? Also in level 5 is when you acquire girls' emails.
Here's our email addresses, just in case.
Terrific.
Though level 5 in Spy Kids 3D is beatable, level 5 in real life is in fact unbeatable. Number 7. The meaning of life. Life. We all pass through it. We're all here. Mono no aware, the Japanese say, or however you pronounce that. All things are temporary, constantly changing, deteriorating. Death. It's inevitable. Level 5 is this life. We will never beat level 5 because it is unwinnable. We will all die. Spy Kids 3D has made this very clear. The meaning of life is found in Spy Kids 3D. We must celebrate what we have in this life. Not to take any moment for granted, but to live. Live as if our e-girl is actually real, and that maybe we can get her email address.
Demetra, game over.
We never even got her email address.
Spy Kids 3D teaches us the meaning of life. That is why Spy Kids 3D. Well, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. This is probably the most work I ever put into a video. It's been like almost 2 months since I uploaded anything. I'm hoping to get this done by Halloween. I don't know if that'll happen. You can check when the video is posted, see if that actually did happen or not. I don't know, maybe it did. I really have no idea what this YouTube channel is. I just make stupid videos because I get bored and feel like it. And I'm glad people watch it and enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate everyone who subscribes and watches and likes the video. If you want to see something that you think would be funny that I'd make or something, leave some suggestions in the comments. I'd like to see what you want, because I just kind of come up with videos on the top of my head, make them, and if I hate them, I delete them. And then I just keep making videos until I find one I like. So if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked it. And I'll see you in the next one.